The point of any business is to make money. So if you don't understand how to calculate the profit and losses or what that even means, then you need to watch this video. But first, my name is Crescent, and on my channel I share tips and strategy videos, just like this one, on how you can create a successful Amazon FBA private label business. So if you enjoy videos like this, consider subscribing. All right, let's get started. If you're new to entrepreneurship, or if you've never taken a class in business, there's a few fundamental terms that people often get confused with, and I get a lot of questions asked about, and that's how to calculate profit and expenses, or better known as profit and loss, or P&L. So let's go over some common terminology such as profit, revenue, unit costs, how to calculate them, and how they're all related to each other. And stick around until the end because I'll go over a common miscalculation that beginners often make where they end up thinking they're not making any money when in fact they are. So let's start with revenue versus profit. Revenue is the total amount of money you've generated from your sales of your products on Amazon. For example, if we jump onto Amazon and take a look at the can opener niche, if we pull up the Jungle Scout Chrome extension, you can see here that it's pulled up all of the listings, including the sale price of each listing here, and the monthly sales and the monthly revenue. So how do you calculate the monthly revenue? Well, it's actually pretty simple. If we take a look at this OXO grips one, for example, they're selling their product for $14.95, and they're selling 11,158 units per month, and they're generating a revenue of $166,812. So the math of this is, if we go to a calculator and we type in $14.95 and multiply that by 11,158, you'll see that the total revenue is $166,812, which is this value right here. Okay, so that's where the revenue figure comes from. However, profit is different than revenue. Profit is how much money you're putting into your own pocket. So in this case, if we're looking at the profit per unit, there's no way for a tool, like a product research tool like Jungle Scout, to know what your profit is per unit because they don't know what your unit costs are, meaning how much you paid to have that product manufactured and shipped to Amazon. Okay, so if you scroll over to the right, you can see here that it actually shows you what the fees are. And these fees are the Amazon FBA fees. That's the referral fee and the pick and pack fee. Okay, and this OXO one is $5.43. So if you were to take the $14.95 sale price and subtract the $5.43, this is your gross profit. Okay, that's another term for you. So if we take $14.97 and subtract $5.43, you have a gross profit of $9.52. This means you're making $9.52, not including the cost of the unit itself. All right, now to give you a better example of what I'm talking about, if we jump onto the Amazon FBA Calculator, and you can just do a Google search for FBA Calculator, you can click the link here. What you can do is go back to this OXO listing that we'll use for an example, and we'll grab the ASIN, which is always in the URL. It always starts with B0. If we copy that and go to the Amazon calculator, and if we paste the ASIN here, and we choose the product, the FBA calculator is going to pull up the size and weight of the product, which is used to calculate the FBA fees. Okay, so if we come over here and on the right side column here, it says item price, and we type in $14.95. And hypothetically, if we assume that the cost of the unit to manufacture and ship to Amazon is, let's say, $4, and we hit calculate, you can see that it's calculated all of the fees and what your net profits are. Okay, so based on the $14.95 sale price, you can see the referral fee here, which is typically 15% of the sale price, is $2.24. And the fulfillment fee, which is based on the size and weight of the product, so it never changes, the fee is going to be $3.48. So if you take that and subtract it from your sale price, and you subtract the $4 that the unit costs you, then you have a net profit of $5.23. Okay, so that's how you calculate your total revenue versus your net and gross profits. Now, of course, you can add additional expenses into calculating unit costs, such as your duties or the cost of samples and stuff. But a common question I get asked quite frequently is, why don't you also include the cost of photos or the samples or advertising costs into your unit costs as well? Well, the thing is it's difficult to amortize all of that into a unit cost. Those expenses you typically calculate as part of your operating expenses and your business P&L, which we'll go into later on in this video. All right, so let's actually go over an example with some numbers. So let's use this can opener as an example, and you want to purchase 500 units of them from a supplier. And let's just say it costs $2 per unit to have it manufactured. So for 500 units at $2 per unit, that's $1,000 to have them manufactured. And let's say, for example, it costs $500 to ship them from China to Amazon. And let's say duty is an additional $200 and it costs you $100 for your sample that you got from your supplier, and it costs $200 for photos to be taken. Okay, so your total initial investment for your very first order is $2,000. So let's break that down into a cost per unit. So you spend $2,000 on the initial order for 500 units. So if we divide 2,000 by 500, you can see that the unit cost so far is $4 per unit. Now, if we go back to the FBA calculator, let's assume, to make the numbers easy, that we want to sell this for $20. And again, our cost is $4 per unit. So if we click calculate, you can see that the fees is $3 for the referral fee and $3.48 for the fulfillment fee. And so the total Amazon FBA fees is $6.48. And if we subtract our unit cost, you can see that our net profit is $9.52. Okay, so for every sale that we make at $20, we're putting in our pocket $9.52. So if we go back to the calculator and we put in $9.52, and if we sell all 500 of those units, that means that we profited a total of $4,762. Okay, sounds great, right? So with our initial $2,000 investment, we've more than doubled that in profit. All right, so that covers the unit cost, but what about the other expenses that I mentioned, such as the business operating expenses? Well, there's recurring expenses that you're typically paying every month, like the Amazon account fee, that's $39.99 a month, your phone or internet bill, power, gas, software such as Jungle Scout, or any rent or a lease for your office space, or any interest that you're paying on loans or debts, and advertising costs, as well as one-time expenses that you only pay once or annually, such as the samples that we talked about, photos for your product, videos, any outsourcing you're doing for package design or logos, or any business fees, or even taxes. Okay, so these are expenses that you'd factor in as a business expense and deduct them from your total revenue when you generate your monthly, quarterly, or annual P&L reports. And just to clarify, a P&L is your profit and loss statement. Okay, the profit and loss statement is a financial statement that summarizes the revenue, costs, and expenses incurred during a specific period, usually a fiscal quarter or a year. All right, so that's what P&L is. And this is different than what you're calculating for your unit costs and profit margin is. All right, so for example, if you generated $10,000 in revenue last month, you'd subtract your monthly expenses, and whatever's left over is your profit or losses. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. What doesn't make sense, for example, is if you try to take your $39.99 seller account fee and your $100 phone bill and $100 internet and try to divide that by 500 units that you ordered. It's just not practical and doesn't make sense to do that. What does make sense is to take your monthly or quarterly sales revenue and deduct your operating expenses from that. Then if you find at that time that you're not hitting your profit goals, that's when you can make decisions on how to improve your profit margin, such as renegotiating to get lower unit costs, raising your prices, or adjusting your advertising budgets. All right, now, a huge error in the calculations that I see beginners make is if we go back to the example we discussed earlier, if we sold out of the original 500 units, the thing is that the total disbursement that Amazon pays out to you is actually $6,760. Now, where does that number come from? Well, if we go back to the calculator, if we're selling each unit for $20 and the fees was $6.48, we can see that our gross profit is $13.52. Now, we have 500 of those, right? So if we multiply that by 500, you can see that our total revenue is $6,760. So this is the amount that Amazon will actually pay you in total, okay? So where does the $4,760 in profit come from? Well, you got to deduct the original investment of $2,000, right? So the initial order cost $2,000. So if we subtract that, that means we made a total profit of $4,760. So the mistake occurs when beginners don't realize that Amazon is actually paying you $6,760. They're subtracting the original $2,000 investment from the lower $4,760 figure and then thinking they're not making any money, because if they have to reorder another 500 units for $2,000, then they're only making $760. But that's because they did the math wrong. All right, I hope that clarifies everything for you so you can be crystal clear on how much money you're making at the end of the day. Figuring out exactly what your profit and expenses are is crucial to building and operating a profitable business. If you have any questions, post in the comment section below. All right, thanks for watching. If you found value in this video, you know what to do. Hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And make sure you click that bell icon to turn on notifications so you never miss a video. There's also a link in the description to our community forums, which you should totally join. And if you're looking for more tips and strategy videos, click or tap over here. And as always, thanks for watching.